You're listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
Thanks to Concordia University, Wisconsin for your support of The Coffee Hour. Find out more about Concordia University, Wisconsin at cuw.edu.
Live uncommon.
It's Friday morning and Saturday morning, something fun right around the corner. We've talked about it before and just wanted to share some more last-minute updates and reminder about the Houston Hustle happening this weekend, this Saturday morning in St. Peters, Missouri. It's for our friends at Immanuel Lutheran Church in St. Charles, Missouri. Joining us today, Anna Beilsmith. She's event coordinator for the Houston Hustle. Anna, thanks so much for being our guest.
Thank you for having me.
Jolene Siebarth. She's the DCE at Immanuel Lutheran Church in St. Charles, Missouri. Jolene, thanks so much for being our guest.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And also joining us this morning, Benjamin. He's an 8th grader at Immanuel. Benjamin, welcome to the Coffee Hour.
Thanks for having me.
Benjamin, do you have a favorite coffee that you would enjoy during the coffee hour?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Just checking. All right. So, Benjamin, you are an 8th grader, which means then that this year you are eligible to go to the LCMS National Youth Gathering because by the time the gathering happens, you'll officially be a freshman in high school, which is kind of exciting. So what are you looking forward to most about going to the LCMS National Youth Gathering?
I'm looking forward to going to the Dome events in the evening where you can praise God with all the other Lutherans.
How have you been preparing to do that? What are you looking forward to, and how have you been preparing to attend the youth gathering?
I've been going to fundraisers to raise money for traveling to the youth gathering.
Cool. What are some of the fundraisers you've been participating in?
5K run, the trivia night, a bunch of other youth events.
So you mentioned the 5K. We know that's coming up tomorrow. Do you have special responsibilities at the 5K?
I will be setting up the 5K, and then I will be running in the 5K.
Are you looking forward to running in the 5K?
Yes.
Are you fast?
No.
That's why it's a fun run. Is this your first 5K? Have you done one before?
I have. Not very recently, though.
Are any of your friends coming to do it with you, or is it?
I believe so. Some of my friends that are going on the youth gathering, I think, are running in it.
Very cool. Well, it's bound to be a fun event, getting out to run with a bunch of friends so that we can support the youth like you who are headed to the LCMS National Youth Gathering. So you're setting up for the 5K in the morning. What are your duties in setting up? Do you have to map out the course for everybody? Or you'll find out your job when you get there.
As you say, I'm pretty sure I'm finding out my job when I show up.
Very good. Very good. All right. So let's talk more about the details for the fun run tomorrow. Anna, can you give us the details? What time do we need to show up for the run?
So registration and packet pickup begins at 7:30. In your packet, or in your bag pickup, there will be your number for running, your T-shirt, your medal, your participation medal, and a water bottle, courtesy of Immanuel. And then you will be able to have time to get stretched out and ready to go because the races begin at 8:30 from the Sunset Pavilion there at Lakeside 370 Park.
What do people need to bring? Anything that people need to do to prepare for this?
Well, I say bring your game face and your running shoes. No, not really anything in particular. I mean, obviously, maybe some water so you can hydrate before and after. We will have water bottles for after the race, but yeah, definitely just your running shoes and be ready to go. Maybe how about your wallets?
Oh, yeah.
Can we add that part?
Yeah. Registration. You mentioned registration and packet pickup as starting at 7:30. Is that right?
Yes.
Is there time to register online, or does that all need to happen in person by this point in time?
At this point, I'd say let's register in person on Saturday morning. just so we don't miss anybody in the registration process. There will be somebody there that can collect either cash or check for registration on Saturday morning. We won't have the capability to do credit cards, though, on Saturday.
Okay, very good. And what's the fee for the 5K run this year?
It's $35.
$35. Bring that with you to register on site for the 5K, and it's going to be a fun event. All right, so get your shoes and stuff for registration. Show up at 7:30. Can you get us to the location? What's the location again for the 5K?
It's at Lakeside 370 Park, which is at the end of Truman, right past Highway 370 there in St. Peters. As you pull into the park, you will veer to the right at the fork, and there is a smaller pavilion to the right called the Sunset Pavilion, and that is where we will be gathering for registration, and the starting line and finish line are right near there as well.
What I really want to know is the course flat or hilly?
Ooh, so there is one hill. It's very short, but it's a little bit steep, but it's very short. So just the one. So it's pretty flat for a 5K, I would say.
That is good information for people who maybe haven't run in the last 2 years because COVID.
Right.
Jolene, tell me more about how this 5K is helping the youth ministry at Immanuel.
So the 5K is one of our kickoff fundraisers to support our teens and adults who will be traveling to Houston in July. So everyone who participates in the 5K, their registration funds will be going towards that support. We were able, thankfully, to have some action team support from Thrivent to purchase our t-shirts and some other items. So we're pretty excited that every registration that comes in will pretty much be 100% supporting the youth who are attending.
That's awesome. And I think last time we talked, you had mentioned that you've been to numerous national youth gatherings. I think we added it up and it was over 10, I think. Is that right?
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it was quite a few. So this is just one part of that process of preparing for the LCMS National Youth Gathering. And there's so much that can happen when working together on a project like this, like the 5K that's happening tomorrow. Now, tell us about the crew that will be there to help greet us and that's getting everything set up. Benjamin is just one of them. Mm-hmm. Tell us about the crew that's going to be getting everything ready to go for the 5K tomorrow and the work that they're putting in behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. So we have a number of adults, from parents to people who will actually serve as leaders on the gathering, who will be there to help. We have students who will be there as well. We'll have people greeting at arrival, handing out the bags that Anna talked about. We'll have people on the course helping direct people in the right way down the path. And we'll have people helping with prizes and snacks at the end. We're going to be having a work day, putting together our signs and packing all of those bags. So kiddos who can't help on the day of the event, they can still participate ahead of time. And all of the fundraising, there's money involved for sure, but it also is a great way to build community among our parents and our teens who are attending the gathering.
Now, is there still a need for, if someone wants to volunteer and they're not interested in running, but they want to volunteer, is there still volunteer opportunities available for tomorrow morning?
Yeah, absolutely. We welcome anyone who wants to lend a hand, whether it's just being a smiling face as people walk up to register or doing a more intensive job like setting things up. We would not turn away a happy volunteer.
Lend a hand, lend a foot. This is, so we talked a little bit about the course for tomorrow, mostly flat, a little bit of a hill. This is through, and we talked about this last time as well, this is through just a beautiful setting too, right, Anna?
Yes, Lakeside Park is gorgeous. It is. There, you run around a giant lake. There's trees. I mean, if it was a couple weeks later, we might be seeing some the fall colors, but the park itself is one of my favorite places to go to walk or run or ride my bike. We do family bike rides there frequently. My children love that park. We go there, we go fishing. I mean, there's just a number of things you can do at that park, and it's a very popular place among people that live in St. Peter's and St. Charles for sure.
What are you looking forward to most about this? I know putting on a race is hard work and a lot of logistics. Are there things that you're looking forward to at this race?
I'm looking forward to like seeing what we're able to do with it. And I know it's our first year to do it, and hopefully, if we're able to continue it and do it, make it like an annual thing possibly, or I'd just like to see where we can grow it in the future and what we can raise for the youth that are going on this trip. Because I think it's a really cool way to get, exposure for the youth gathering, and it give people an opportunity to fundraise.
And we talked a lot about the 5K aspect of this event, but there's a fun run part to this event as well. And I don't think we covered those details. What's the fun run part of the Houston Hustle tomorrow?
So there is a 1 mile fun run. It'll be starting at the same time as the 5K, but it will only go 1 mile. There also is one hill involved in that one uphill, one downhill. And it's kind of off to the side of where the 5K would be. So just, gives people that maybe aren't as confident in finishing a 5K the opportunity to still participate and be a part of the day and a part of the race, to do just the 1 mile instead of the 5K. I hear Ben's younger sister is going to be a fierce competitor in the 1 mile fun run.
Well, we hope that it is a fantastic day for you all, and we hope that the Houston Hustle is just a successful event in preparing for the LCMS National Youth Gathering for the folks at Immanuel Lutheran Church in St. Charles. Again, taking place at remind us of the name of the park again tomorrow?
Lakeside 370 Park.
Lakeside 370 Park in St. Peter's, Missouri. Thank you, everybody, for being our guests on the coffee hour today. God's blessings on the big 5K and fun run tomorrow. And our guest today, Anna Beilsmith, the event coordinator for the Houston Hustle. Anna, thanks so much for being our guest.
Thank you very much.
Jolene Siebarth, DCE at Immanuel Lutheran Church in St. Charles. Thanks so much, Jolene.
Thank you.
And Benjamin, God's blessings on your run tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks for being our guest. Have a great day. You've been listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.